The Krishna talking to ya. Come make we chat with Lady Nikki on a young and fresh radio.
Yeah, me say young and fresh.
Young and fresh radio.
Young and fresh radio. Young and fresh radio. Young and fresh radio. Young and fresh radio. Young and fresh radio. Young and fresh radio. Young and fresh radio.
You know them for no start seeking advice of the city and making a know say, listen, don't make your sex life destroy you. You understand? Make sure to tune in to Young Fresh Radio. Lady Nikki. You don't know Nesha. Every Wednesday night, 9 o'clock, this is the thing there. You understand? Don't make your sex life destroy you. You understand? Members of Nesha have the good products then. Best for the social distance. You understand?
Young and fresh radio.
Young and fresh radio. Young and fresh radio. Young and fresh radio.
Dear Sherlock, I represent for Young and Fresh Radio. Present a thing called Come Make We Chat. This and every Wednesday from 9 p.m. till 11 p.m. Call in at 941-623-8269. You can call in at 941-623-8269. Co-host Nesha and Lady Nikki. Don't let sex destroy you. Say something positive and you'll see something positive. Said PCA founder Jim Thompson. That I come make a chat this and every Wednesday from 9 p.m. till 11 p.m. Call in and make it talk. Young and Fresh Radio. Whole Florida.
Wow! Give them Mr. Steel. And you're tuning to Young Fresh Radio with Nesha. Yeah, come make we chat each and every Wednesday. You know, it's a check in from 9 to 11 p.m. Wow, East Central. Come make we chat, oh God. Come make we chat, oh Lord. Hey, with Nesha. You know, it's a Young Fresh. Wow, radio. Yeah, man, that's come make we chat each and every Wednesday. Check it out. Yeah, man. Every Wednesday, come to life. Wow, to let the mercy boy. Wow, give them Mr. Steve. And you're tuning to Young Fresh Radio with Nesha. Yeah, come make we chat each and every Wednesday. You know, it's a check in from 9 to 11 p.m. Wow, East Central. Come make we chat, oh God. Come make we chat, oh Lord, with Nesha. You know what I'm saying? The Young Fresh, wow, radio. Yeah, man, that's come make we chat each and every Wednesday. Check it out, yeah, man. Every Wednesday, come to life. Wow, to let the mercy boy. Come make we chat, oh God. Come make we chat, oh Lord, with Nesha. You know what I'm saying? It's a Young Fresh Radio. Presents Come and Good Chat. Let the mercy boy. Yeah, man. Don't let sex destroy you. Hot topic. Each and every Wednesday from 9 to 11 Essential. Wow. Check it out on the website www.youngfresh.com. Hey. Come and good chat. Oh God. Come make we chat, oh Lord. Telephone 941-623-8269. That's come make we chat each and every Wednesday with Nesha. Yeah, she's on the radio. Wow. Mr. Steve said, come make we chat, oh God. Come make we chat, oh Lord. Oh my God.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of Young and Fresh Radio or its sponsors. This show contains strong language. Listeners' discretion is advised.
Young and Fresh Radio.
Can I talk to you, baby? Can I I talk to you, baby? As she stepped down off the train yesterday in the pouring rain, with her clothes all packed, her face messed up, I could tell she was feeling pain. I thought I had something sweet to tell her as I opened up my umbrella. She was so confused, scared and abused, tried to hide it with a smile. And just like the knight in shining armor, I used my charm just to calm her, engage her in a good conversation, just trying to ease her frustration. As she told me her story, I told her, baby, don't worry, I'm the man that you're looking for. Baby, count your lucky stars, 'cause I'm taking you home. Jogger! Whoa, 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 yeah. Can I talk to you, baby? Can I talk to you, baby? Check this out. As she stepped down off the train yesterday in the pouring rain, with her clothes all packed, her face messed up, I could tell she was feeling pain. I thought I had something sweet to tell her as I opened up my umbrella. She was so confused, scared and abused, tried to hide it with a smile. And just like the knight in shining armor, I used my charm just to calm her, engage her in a good conversation, just trying to ease her frustration. As she told me her story, I told her, baby, don't worry, I'm the man that you're looking for. Baby, count your lucky stars, 'cause I'm taking you home with me tonight.
Young and Fresh Radio.
You're gonna stay with me for life. I'm taking you home with me tonight, 'cause I'm a lover, baby, I won't fight. She said she didn't know where she was going, all she knows she had to leave him fast, 'cause if she didn't leave, she didn't know how long she was gonna last. So many times he told her sorry, so many times he said he'd stop, but he goes on and on, her mind's made up, she said she ain't going back. And just like a knight in shining armor, I use my charm just to calm her, engage her in a good conversation, just try to ease her frustration. As she told me her story, I told her, baby, don't worry, I'm the man that you're looking for. Baby, count your lucky stars, 'cause I'm taking you home with me tonight. You're gonna stay with me for life. I'm taking you home with me tonight, 'cause I'm a lover, baby, I won't fight. I won't fight you, baby. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Young and Fresh Radio.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Young and Fresh Radio.
When the roll is called out, I'll be standing taller to face the darkest and the hardest of time. We'll be taking care of all the children thereof, but if it's required, we'll be on the front line. You can call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, how the story's been told. Call me anytime, never cop out. Lioness is on the rise, don't you ever have doubt. Never say never, willingness forever to fight and be strong. Once it's for better, I'll write every letter and moving right along. And I'll roll with the punches, accept changes, work with the formula, do what I have to do, and call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, how the story's been told. Call me anytime, never clock out. Lioness is on the rise, don't you ever when you are willing to serve, we have room to observe to see if you can walk the walk you tell. Let me give you my word, my voice must be heard. Bravery is a piece of my heart. Call me by my name, I am ready to roll. Once the rules remain the same, how the story's been told. Call me anytime, never tap out. A lioness is on the rise. Don't ever have no doubt.
Young and Fresh Radio.
She know me treat her better than her run. But she a worry about the millions. You love me for true, but certain things in life I say I want to do. Hey, so you say me need to understand that you are made for a money man. But if you can't love me now, don't love me later. She know. She know me treat her better than her man, but she a worry about the millions.
Young and Fresh Radio.
You love me for true, but certain things in life I say I want to do. Hey, so you say me need to understand that you are made for a money man. But if you can't love me now, don't love me later. When my later is much greater, it only proves that you love the paper, my paper. If you can't love me now, don't love me later. When my later is much greater, come in, no one, no impersonator.
Young and Fresh Radio.
Girl, do you love me or do you love him? Who introduced you to kissing and hugging, and gentle rubbing, and sexy touching? Admit the girl, I'm giving you the proper loving. Oh, the thing is that you rich on me. It shouldn't be because I'm money make you switch from me. Cause if you leave, girl, nobody come back. Because my heart won't offer you no other comfort. So if you can't love me now, don't love me later. When my later is much greater, it only proves that you love the paper, my paper. I don't want you to go, I don't want you to go. When my later is much greater, come in, no one, no impersonator. My paper.
I cry a river, flowing when you say you're going. Oh, this can go on, but you're fantastic. Boy, you're marvelous. Your positions got me delirious. Damn, I fell for
Young
you.
and Fresh Radio.
Don't wanna share you, but if I must do. I'm gonna love you when you're here with me, and love you when you're gone. Situation so wrong, but babe, the love is so strong. Enough to love you when you're here with me, and love you when you're gone. To another girl's arms.
Just open your eyes and look to the skies. Soaring higher and higher. Spread your wings and fly. And look to the skies. Soaring higher and higher. Spread your wings and fly. You're a bird, highly blessed, yes, meant for greatness. No life brings strife and stress. Don't you forget this, yes. You're an eagle soaring above. The rest John Crook can pick and try, but them can't fly as high. Just open your eyes and look to the skies. Soaring higher and higher. Spread your wings and fly. And look to the skies. Soaring higher and higher. Spread your wings.
For you leave, feel me again. Capture the moment, so it never ends. Before you leave, show me again. Act like you never wanted to end. You can meet me in the shower. dry up in the covers and take advantage of each other before I leave. Yeah, I don't need no cup of coffee. You motivate my body. Just slip into something naughty. Oh, hey, hey. For really feel me again. Capture the moment so it never ends. Before I leave, show me again. Act like you care. Me ever send my youth cause get on you, need help. Society me say you no care. The system give we more than we can bear. Life don't fear. Where is the love society? You destroy the ghetto family. Promise without no guarantee. We just can't bother with that no more. The same bread for you, the same for me. While we make them live in a luxury. Them while we born and dead in a poverty. We just can't bother with that no more. We have it hard, yeah. Get your youth, but we never fall. Don't sell some herb, fill up a stall. True, gonna work now, run at all. No. Make we circle Jericho wall. Inna the mental, not the physical. Cause them don't say no for we inna the cemetery. You know for we behind the prison wall. She tell me she holding on. Yeah, yeah. Long time she coulda gone. We go through this time and a 2 youth band. So me a hold on for now. Yeah, yeah. We a come from far and we can't turn back star. The love you now go feel. Test it against time, it must prevail. This is a real life love story. Dedicated to Sophia. Yeah, me love Sophie. Me nah go shame for say you bring me joy. Remember you give me 2 baby boy. The up, the down, the firm ground and the slide. All them time the sheep that by my side. That's why when she cry me dry, the tears are my eyes. She don't shy, to fight for your man. That's why
no way.
Me love her.
Wave my troubles bye-bye. Bye-bye, bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Now we're in our side. Bye-bye, bye. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Can't conquer.
Good night, good night, good night, good night, everybody. Good night. It's another Wednesday night, and y'all know it is time for Come Make with Chat with Lady Nikki and the lovely co-host Nesha.
Wrong mic.
Facebook Live. Big up on yourself. YouTube people, the people on YouTube. So people, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube, just go ahead and subscribe. It is the search for Young and Fresh Radio. That's YUNGNFRESH Radio. So y'all can listen from the Young and Fresh Radio if you want to see us live. We are on Facebook Live under Nisha Godchild, and I also have a watch party under my name, Nikisha. And if you're not in the chat room and you want to join the lovely chat room, send me a text and I will add you. So that's 941-623-8269. Yes, that's 941-623-8269 if you want to be added to the chat room, or if you want to call in and voice your opinion on our lovely, lovely topic today. A lot of people might be seeing the topic on my Facebook right now. So I'm just going to go ahead. First and foremost, I want to send condolences to the Artwell family and our, what we call him again? Our lovely founder of Young and Fresh Radio.
Yes.
So ZJ, condolences to you.
Condolences, DJ.
He lost his grandfather today back in Jamaica. So it's a bit sad for the family and myself. So y'all keep the family in your prayers. Frasmatic, big up yourself. Shakia, good night, baby. Good night, good night. Charmelo's Boutique, good night, good night, good night. Let me just jump over to the Facebook Live, Panisha Facebook. DJ Juvenile, big up yourself. Glamour Pink, big up yourself.
Glamour to the pen.
Vibes, big up
Jojo.
yourself. What am I seeing on your Facebook? All right, which one on Facebook? What may I look on? Oh, that's Instagram.
This is Facebook.
Oh, my bad. Instagram, I can't call up everybody. Mecca Blake.
Troublemaker.
Big up yourself.
Big time,
Regina, I'm gonna see up on the live, but
big baby, my heart. Troublemaker.
Yes. So everybody who lock in, big up on yourself. Mama Lioness, big up yourself. So people, again, welcome to Young and Fresh Radio. If you haven't gotten the app, just go to the App Store and search for Young and Fresh Radio. That's YUNGNFRESH Radio. It is free. And to call in on tonight's topic, you can call 941-623-8269. That's 941-623-8269. Manda, big up yourself. Let's just jump into tonight's topic because my WhatsApp group, I'm sorry, I didn't get to post it in the room. So I'm going to post it and also talk.
Regina said I'm here. She said she been here.
All right. Oh, people, I just posted it in the room. Oh, good night, Regina.
Regina's in the building. Good night, Regina.
Right. Zam the man, I saw you. Renegade, big up yourself. We see you over on the live.
Angelita.
Shauna, big up yourself. Oh, Shauna, you support her with crazy. No. Is she alone? Paul, big up yourself. So, the topic for tonight.
The topic for tonight.
I'm not sure. Maybe a lot of us might have heard. Matthew Chin, big up yourself. A lot of us, DJ Craig, big up yourself. A lot of us, I don't know why she have a dildo. Y'all see that I'm ignoring her. I'm not even looking on her right now.
We have a topic to discuss.
So me not even appear on her mind. She's trying to, I don't know what she's trying to do over there, but she had tried to do something with on her head and it don't appear on her mind. Shauna, I wish I had a different name. Shauna from Connecticut. Philadelphia, my bad. Shauna 2. I'm gonna call her Shauna 2. You have to give me one different name because we have two Shaunas here. So tonight's topic, everybody's seen at the group. It's in a question form. So tonight it is, what is this sex and spirit thing? Is it really responsible for some of these negative experiences that we face in life, physically and psychologically? Tongue twist up. And a lot of us might not know what I'm talking about. So we are talking about sexual ties, soul ties. So people, the topic tonight is all about soul ties or
and
sexual ties. Sexual ties. What comes with this soul ties, sexual ties, this negative and bad thing? When we go out and have sex with someone, are we just trying to protect ourselves from just STDs or STDs or pregnancies? So basically, in the form sexual transmitted disease, we can use STD as sexual transmitted demons. What do you think about that? So we go change up the not only sexual transmitted disease, we have sexual transmitted demons.
Yes.
What do you guys think about it? Is it such thing? Is there such thing as sexual ties or soul ties? We want to hear from you, our listeners. Yeah, we want to hear from you, our listeners. We don't really want to hear from Nisha. We just want to hear from them and see what
Why
they
she don't want to
think.
hear from Nisha? Because
So,
I have a situation.
people,
I have a situation.
People, call in 941-623-8269. Should we be careful with the males and the females that we go out and have sex with? Does having sexual different partners affect us or affect us down the line after we decide to settle down? Should we
Tony?
Should we cleanse ourselves before going into another relationship? Does it cause these sexual demons that we are talking about? What is it? Is it true? Soul ties. We have definitions for soul. We have definition for ties. Tonight we'll be using our dictionary. Who want to use Google? They can use Google. The Bible plays a part in this sexual ties also because the Bible spoke about it. So call in. Let us know. That's 941-623-8269.
Can I talk about my soul ties?
Make we hear from the people them first now.
Well, can I talk before they call? Because someone probably thinking about it. Because see, what happened is not everybody want to talk about their soul ties. Because some people are afraid.
All right, I'm not gonna cut you out, but let me kind of give a little attention to my people them first in the group again, because y'all know how young and fresh group members stay. Them kind of. Shelly, big up herself. I don't know why Nisha can't just behave herself though. I just don't understand. She and that little dildo over there, like I really don't understand.
This
She's
is
just,
my soul tie.
Listen,
this is who my soul is tied to.
As what she said, don't make sex destroy your life, and that's what happened to her over here, I guess. I saw Shauna said something.
This is my soul ties, my toys.
Yeah.
My babies, my children.
So, Shauna, you hit a point. Call in 941-623-8269. You have to sage yourself until them out of your system.
Yep.
You can give us a call. Let us know about this sage thing. Does this sage thing work with the soul ties and all of them? Someday, Shakira, big up yourself. Yeah, Shauna, Shauna, this is the one from St. Lucia. She said that dildo is too pale.
It just look because it's a real feeling dildo.
It is actually pale over here.
It's how it look on the thing, but because it's the skin. You see.
All right. So Shauna, you say you need to cleanse your mind, spirit, and soul. I like that. You hear what she say? Your mind, spirit, and soul. I like that. So you can. I really want you to call in. I'm gonna call in 941-623-8269. That's 941-623-8269.
Shauna's on the line.
Give me a second, Shauna.
Shauna's on the line. Shauna talking about my pink stuff, and she don't understand.
Shauna, give me a second.
It's the
give me a second. You see me a fluffy calling.
I'm
really not set up yet.
You squeeze it to have that real effect.
Shauna,
my
caller, give me a second. Oh my God.
Don't need no one else because I won't get no STD from this.
DJ.
No. I can't get any sickness. This one works perfect. It don't tell my business. It don't go nowhere. It stay home where I want it to be. Wherever I want to find it, it is there. Well, ready for me. I don't have to do nothing. I mean, one is in the bathroom, one is in the room, one is in the living room. I have one everywhere. So just in case I get.
People, excuse me for a second.
Let me tell everybody my story. This is what happened to me today. So, see, I have many soul ties. Many, plenty. I have to tell you guys what happened to me today. So I went home today thinking I was going to go home, get ready and cute and everything, ready to come talk with you guys, just chilling. I pull up, I look in the front side of my door. There's someone there. I'm confused. I need to ask the government, did they really shut down the government from coming through the airport or they just lied? Because someone was at my door today, which means he took the airplane, came through the airport and got here, which I'm kind of confused. Didn't they close the airport for the Bahamas airline? I'm so confused. Now, when I look through the door, when I look at the door, there goes my ex. Boom. At the door. Now tell me what I'm supposed to do with that. Like, what I'm supposed to do now that he's at the door. What was I supposed to do? Because I'm about to take a whole shower and get dressed. What you think I did? You know what? Let's talk to Shauna before I tell you the rest of the story.
Hello, good night. Good night, Shauna. Okay. So let's talk about soul ties. Now, it is rare. Now, let me further explain. When you talk about soul ties, you have to understand not just sex. It's all about communication, how that person makes you feel.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So when you and this person have a deep connection other than physical, and the physical part comes in it, so you have a spiritual connection, emotional connection, physical connection, all the connections, it's hard to break that. And that's why it's called a soul tie. Because I had one, and I tell you, it took me years, a few years to break that soul tie. I mean, literally took me years because we were connected spiritually, emotionally, physically. I could feel him when he was around. We could be somewhere and I don't even know he was there, and I could actually feel him. That's how I know he was there. And then he just pop up and like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. But you have to break that. In order to do that, you have to gradually cut the person off. You have to sage, and I mean sage. You have to cleanse your body.
Mm-hmm.
You have to cleanse your vagina also.
Mm-hmm.
In there, you have to cleanse that. It may take you a while to do that, but you have to have that mindset to say, you know what? He and I can't be together, or she and I can't be together. This is the reason why. And you have to keep repeating that to yourself over and over and over again. What I did was I just write certain things down, burn it. You know what I mean? I'm a spiritual person. You know what I mean? I talk to the moon and all that other stuff. Might call me crazy, but that's who I am.
Yes.
And I love to sage. You know what I mean? I love burnt incense. I love to sage. So when I had that soul tie, I literally had to focus on myself, my mind. I had to separate everything. So your mind has to go.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to get rid of the thoughts of him, the smell of him. Then the physical part takes a long time to get rid of, because you still will have that physical attraction, and you know that we call it something that come all over your body. You just feel like, you know what I mean? That's the part that takes longer.
The memory.
You know what I mean? That takes longer to get rid of, but you have to sage. Soul tie is not an easy task because some people are still in soul ties, and then even so, when you do soul ties, and just say, for instance, you go back to the person, the connection is not there. You can feel the disconnect from him.
Yes.
You understand? But you have to literally put your mindset and say, listen, we can't do this anymore. I can't do this. He can't do this. I cannot be with him. And I have to go step by step in order to get rid of this soul tie, because trust me, honey, it's a hard thing to get rid of if you don't know what you're doing properly.
Okay, so question. How is, because I'm listening to you, but maybe I'm gonna really grasp the whole thing. How is this actually formed? This soul tie. How is it actually formed? I know you said
So
something
for
about.
instance, you met a guy, you're talking, you talk about your aspirations, your goals, what you guys both, want out of life, and his and your goals are similar.
Okay.
Right? So his and your goals are similar. You guys like the same thing. He makes you laugh. It's nothing about he keeps you happy. He makes you happy. He makes you laugh. You go out, you have fun. And you are also physically attracted to him, not just physically, but mentally you're attracted to him also, because you can have a conversation with him. And what people don't understand, sometimes a female get drawn into a man even more with just a simple conversation. Like if a man is articulate, it's a wonderful thing, and it kind of brings in the soul ties a little bit more. Especially know if the nana is good, then it's about problem. So if he has all the packages, the spirituality, the emotion, the physical, the mental, all of that wrapped into one person, that becomes a soul tie, because you can't get rid of that. Because why? He feeds you spiritually, he feeds you mentally. He feeds you emotionally and physically. It's hard to get rid of that because he keeps feeding you all these things, and it makes you wonder, like, could this be my husband? Is this for real? And I think that's, for me, that's where soul ties come in. And if it doesn't work out, you have to be strong individual enough to break that. Trust you. You have to be a strong individual, because some people don't know how to break soul ties. Some people go ahead and sleep with other person
to move on,
and still have those soul ties,
carrying them on.
You know what I mean? And I think people don't do that. If you break up with someone and you really have all those connections with someone, you have to take the time out for yourself to get to reconstruct your whole self all over again. Because if you do that, all you're going to do is bring his soul into that other person's soul, and vice versa, and over and over again.
Okay, so all right. So question. Let's say I just came out of a relationship, right? And I 2 weeks later, because 2 weeks later I go into a next relationship. You're saying that I bring that soul tie from that partner, and is it that if that person had other sex partners, I grasp those sex partners, bring it to this new guy, so I have all my sex partners' soul along with my ex soul. So now that person has maybe 20, 40, 50, 100 million souls on that person,
them hanging
because
out.
I never release properly.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You have to actually give yourself a break. If you were in a serious relationship with a person and you thought you were going to marry him, you have a lot of soul ties. You have.
Hold on, Shauna. We had a soul tie disconnection over here.
You don't want to think about him. You want to just move on.
Shauna, I'm so sorry. The people them never.
But thirsty for real now.
Them never hear you. I'm so sorry about that.
You can't. I don't know. I think Ray J talked about soul ties, that you can't sleep with every other people. You have to give your body a break.
Have to.
You have to give your body a break. That's why someone, when you sleep with them, because they must sleep with 5 or 6 women,
yes,
and you come to you and your body tired, and they can't work and they can't perform, Him have too much soul ties.
And
He
then
has way
he
too many
transform it to
soul
you.
ties in him that he can't give you what you deserve.
Right.
And people don't understand that you have to stop and take a breath and do you first.
True.
You can't just rush into another relationship and be like, yeah, you know what I mean? You can't rush into a relationship just to get over another one. That doesn't make it, because the souls are going to intertwine together, and then you're going to start feel emotion about this person because you didn't get rid of that emotion for that person in the beginning. Because if you get rid of the emotion for the person you left, the next person you won't have, you know what I mean? Because then you bring that emotion from that person to that person. So you have two emotions and you go crazy and you go psycho and you go dumb for no reason. You have to actually break the soul ties between you and that person first. But most people don't do that. Most people don't do that. They just rush into another relationship or rush into another sex partner.
Yes. Yes.
And I think, you know what I mean, most people should just take your time, evaluate yourself, figure out what you want, and then move on.
Yes.
If you don't want to take the spiritual journey, don't take it. But you have to move. You have to cut soul ties because it's going to carry with you over and over again. And that's why some females get so emotional, because they go from one partner to the next. And sometimes some man get tired because them have a cat over there, so where my sleep with, and them love and like, but them have a next one over there, so and them love and like same way, and them over there, so he's all over the place, so he can't give you what he needs to give you, because a peacetime soul over there, a peacetime soul over there, and peacetime soul. So when he come to you now, I get 10%. What is 10%? It's nothing, because he has all these soul ties to other people that he did not let go.
Yeah.
You know, so soul ties is a very, you know, real thing to me. I think, I don't know to anybody else, but I think to me it is. But just take your time and just sage, and I mean sage. I mean take the stage and open up your legs and sage down there. Sage, honey. Sage all sage all over your body.
So
Do
Shauna,
cleanse, do some yoni cleanse. You gotta cleanse out all that toxin that's in your body.
I hear you.
Once you do that, you're gonna feel so refreshed and so better about yourself, because you have gotten rid of that soul tie. So when you see him, you don't feel no way. You don't feel the emotions anymore. You don't feel his presence anymore. You don't feel anything about it. Just know that he and I broke up and that's it. But if you don't do that and cleanse yourself, you're going to still feel him inside you, regardless if you don't like him or not. You're going to still feel him and you're going to still want him.
Yes.
And that's what soul ties is. You still want and be with that person
when
it's never going to happen.
Okay.
True.
All right. So Shauna, I'll forget the question I'm not gonna ask. It's slipped my mind. Okay. I heard you saying about Yoni and Sage and all of them something. Is that the only way you can actually get rid of that soul tie, that many souls that you have?
Yes. You have to cleanse, you have to purge yourself. You have to purge your body. Because if you have sex without a condom with a man, we as women get a lot of feelings in there.
So, and all right, you talk about condoms. So,
right, but you know, when you're in a relationship with someone, sometimes there's no more condoms.
Okay.
So therefore, the soul ties become a little bit more stronger, and it's hard to break. So sometimes you got to take a yoni steam and steam it out. So eventually, come out. You got to sage. You have to be spiritual enough to let it go. Some people don't know how to let things go.
Okay.
You have to gradually let it go.
Okay, so question again, because get up on my line. So I'm trying to understand this soul tie also. So when you have sex unprotected, it is much easier for you to have a soul tie than when you have it unprotected.
It's much more easier when you have unprotected sex to get a stronger bond and soul tie with a person.
So that's why they say it feel different.
Wait, and then
it's a difference. Is that you can have sex with a man with condoms and you can still have a soul tie.
But it's just weaker.
It's not going to be as strong. But once you take that condom off, and you know condom sex is okay, but sex without condom is a lot better. And you know, with the person is you're sexually attracted to him already, or he's sexually attracted to you, and you do without a condom, it makes you more emotional. And that's how the soul ties get a little bit stronger. And once he keeps having sex with you without a condom, the emotions get stronger, the soul ties get stronger, so it's hard to actually break. You ever sit on our one that sometimes when we as women just lay down and we, you know, we have this feeling all over us, like a sexual feeling, at the soul tie, broke it. Me not lie, broke it.
Okay, so does this okay, so does the soul tie, as the question said, is it responsible for negative happenings that we face in our life also?
Well, you can say, you know, because certain people, when they have soul ties, they go crazy. You know what I mean? That's why some people get obsessive. That's why man kill woman. You know what I mean? Because they get so attached to that person that they can't think straight.
Okay, that's
You know, they can't think straight because the woman, you know, she's a good person. She's this, she's that. You know, something is great and you can't get rid of it. It's like it's just replaying over in your mind over and over and over and over again. Like, where's she there? Where's she do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It becomes obsessive. It comes like an obsessive compulsive behavior for a woman and a man. You know what I mean? Once you get that soul tie, and it's hard to break that. That's why some people just have to you have to find your own way.
Okay.
You have to find your own way. But yeah, sex and you know, people getting crazy and stuff like that. And here comes the negative part. You know, you arguing with him, who you talking to, or who is this and that, who is she, or who him, y'all sleep with him, you know what I mean? So if there comes the negative things in it because you're so wrapped up in that person, you can't even think straight.
Okay, so if I have sex, okay, so let's say I was just positive person and I was this positive person and I went and I had sex with somebody else and maybe 2 days, 3 days, or maybe a month down the line, we're still in a relationship or still having sex and all that. And me lose my job, me lose my house,
Crosses.
me lose this,
Crosses.
me lose that,
Crosses.
me lose this, and everything bad is happening to me, all negative stuff.
Crosses.
Is it with me or is it that
it's with him because you have so much, he has so much negative soul ties to him that it trickles down to you.
Okay.
Because you opened that door.
Right, because once you open that door, especially unprotected, you take in some of his soul ties. And some of it could be negative and some could be positive. So sometimes you just got to use condoms because it's very tricky out here because these men and women are just crazy. You know what I mean? Most of them, 50% of the man, them, 50% of the woman, them are crosses.
Okay, all right.
50% to give them?
But you have to protect yourself and you have to protect your energy.
Yes.
You know, you have to protect yourself, protect your energy because there's people out there, men and women, just want to frig you and mess up your mindset.
Right.
And that's how you lose your job, your house, your car, and things like that because
that good stuff.
They didn't get rid of their soul ties and they had a vendetta or they have, you know what I mean, so many things going on with them that they pass it on to you. And then you can't think straight and you can't do your job straight because in the back of your subconscious, something is going on there. Right. But you can't figure it out because it's in your subconscious.
Okay.
It's those soul ties.
Okay.
Shauna.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about one of the soul ties you done had that you took long to get rid of?
Can I talk about that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, not going to mention his name or anything like that, but we had a soul tie because we had a spiritual connection.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't just physical.
Mm-hmm.
It was emotional. I mean, he had sex with my mind before he had sex with my body.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And it intertwines with your body. So when we finally decided to have sex.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean? It keeps happening and happening and happening. First it was with the condom, and then months down the line is without a condom, and it was, you know what I mean? You feel so good, you're happy go lucky, you just have smile all over the place, you just have cheese everywhere, you're just glowing and everything because he was feeding your mind, your soul, your body.
Mm-hmm.
He took parts of your energy.
Yes.
You gave him some of your energy. So therefore, he has some of your soul ties. So he has parts of your soul because you gave it to him freely because you thought he was this good person. You thought you were going to get married, thought you were going to have kids and all that thing. But for me, he didn't want a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't want a relationship, which I understood.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get mad at him. I gradually let it go.
Okay.
Even though I kept having sex with him, me gradually let it go. Because with, you know, as women, our mind go first.
Yeah.
And then everything comes after. So our
Yes.
mind go first. So I had to
wean yourself.
program my mind to say like, yo, him don't want a relationship with you.
Mm-hmm.
Get it in your head. He
Mm-hmm.
don't want a relationship with you. You should not be with him.
Right.
You should not have sex with him.
Yes.
You should not be communicating with him. You have to keep saying that over and over and over and over again until you physically feel it within yourself. So it took me years,
Mm-hmm.
you know, not because, you know, I just gradually did it. You know, not because we had sex for all those years. No, we did not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We stopped having sex. We communicated, but that was that. You know, we didn't take it any further than that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was hard for me to get that soul tie because honestly, I thought I wanted to marry him.
So
but he
basically,
didn't want a relationship, and I didn't fuss, I didn't cuss, I didn't say anything bad. He's a wonderful person.
So
he's a wonderful guy. He was just wasn't ready when I was ready.
So can I ask a question?
Things happen for a reason, and if I see him, I say what's up to him, and that's good. But my soul ties with him is completely gone. But I took the time out for myself to get rid of that.
I have a question, Shauna. When do you feel as if it's time to give yourself to someone? Do you believe first one night stand? Do you believe a week, a month? What do you really believe in?
My personal opinion, when you feel like it.
I like
when
you.
you feel like it,
I like you.
if you want to give that, see what a woman is, you have to know that if I give it to him on the first night, he may or may not call me. Even if I don't give it to him until 2 months later or 90 days later, he may leave also. So you have to make that decision on your own terms. Like, you have to make that decision for yourself.
So if you have sex with someone on the first night, do you think that turns the relationship in just about sex, or you feel
It depends on the person. If you have if it's just like I met him and we just had sex, then it's not going to go anywhere really. It may or may go somewhere. You can't tell nowadays in this world we're living in. It may, the first time you have sex with a person and you just met him, he could be your husband. You know, you don't know what could happen within those few hours or those days or whatever it is. It's up to that person. It's up to however you decide to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Just brace yourself just in case it does not work.
Yeah.
And that's what from most of us females don't do that, is brace ourselves to just say, you know what?
Yeah.
Sleep with him and not gonna work and not gonna work. But we have to control our minds and say, you know what? May I give him some? If it don't work, it is what it is. At least we get some sex and move on. But we don't know how to do that. Most of us don't know how to do that. But to each his own. You can have sex on the first date and you can get married to that person, or you can have sex 3 months later and the man dump you. You know what I mean?
Another question. Would you get offended if someone have sex with you and never kiss you?
Huh. Ooh, mistake. It if you have a mutual understanding, like I would rather you tell me that you don't kiss, than for me to sit up there and open up my Lexi and you kissing me and you pushing my face away or you moving. Nah, bro. Tell me from the beginning that you don't like to kiss.
Do you believe someone really don't like to kiss?
Listen, I had a guy, he said he did not like to kiss, but he ended up kissing me. He told me straight up, "Me not like to kiss," and I was like, "No, okay, no, okay." But he ended up kissing me, and I'm like, "Well, didn't you say you don't like to kiss?"
Did the kiss turn out good?
You have to amend. You just can't. You have, for me, be upfront. Be upfront with a woman. Just say, "Listen, me and you gonna have sex. Me not like to kiss, you know." Because a woman is going to expect that because that's intimacy. And we, as women, we crave intimacy. And that gets us off a little bit more. You know what I mean? Intimacy, foreplay, that stuff, that's a part of foreplay. But if you're not going to do that, be upfront with it because the woman's going to want to try to kiss you during the middle of sex or, you know what I mean? She's giving you foreplay or whatever it is. She's going to want to kiss you. True. And if you don't be upfront with that, the sex is not going to go good. It's not going to go good. It's not going to because she's in the back of her mind is like, why you don't want to kiss me?
Yeah.
And you should have said this from the beginning. You know what I mean? And that's just like, it dry up right then and there. I know I would be dry. I'd be like, listen, my done, my gone, later. If you can't be upfront with me, what's the point of we having sex? If you can't say, yo, me not gonna kiss you, and then let it be my choice to continue to have sex with you. Or let me, you know what I mean? Make it my choice. Just don't say anything to me and I'm trying to kiss you and then you don't want to kiss me. Because after that, me I pack up my things and me I go about my business.
True.
Me not staying by later. Nope. Don't call me ever again in your life because you're disrespectful.
So do you think oral sex is important in a relationship?
No.
All right.
Yeah. No, it's not important in a relationship. If you and your man or your female have an understanding with each other, it's a perk, yes, but it doesn't have to be. You don't have to have oral sex with your partner. As long as the sex is good, what's the point? If you want to enhance it, that's fine. But if you guys are okay and you know what I mean, you talk about it, then you don't have to. You know what I mean? Some man don't want their woman to go down on them. You know what I mean? Because it's disrespectful to them.
Okay.
You know? So, and some dog love when a girl go down on them or they ask, I go do to me. Like, bruh, I don't know you like that. Don't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because nowadays, these men, the first thing they ask is, y'all go do that? Do
True.
what?
True.
Y'all go do that thing there with them do? And I'd be like, you better go down there where you get it from. Because I don't know you like that. For me, oral sex is a very intimate thing. Okay. You can't do it to any and everybody. That's ridiculous.
So it's in the same category as kissing. Is oral sex the same category as kissing? It has to be someone. Is oral sex in the same category as kissing?
I don't know.
Because like you said, it has to be someone special. So
right, it has to be someone special. Because me not put my mouth on nobody something that me not really like it like that. That's just ridiculous. Like who you think you are? Like it has to be. Nowadays, it's the norm for everyone to do that. And most men and most women expect that from their partners.
Yes.
And some of us be like, what?
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna do that to you. Like, I don't know you like that. I don't even get to know you that well for me to even put my, mouth on you. You know what I mean? Let's take this further. But most men and most women don't like that. You know what I mean? I think if you come and lay your cards on the table in the beginning, you won't have no problems. You'll come and say, listen, I'm not gonna do this enough because this is not what I do. This is not what I practice. And it's up to that person to pick it up and say, all right, I'm good. But oral sex is up to your partners. It's up to you guys if you want to do it or not. To me, It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I don't care. And I'm if the sex is good, me not have to do that to you because it is what it is. Like I don't like doing that anyway.
Yeah.
Unless it's someone
Special.
spectacular.
Special. Yeah.
Okay,
that,
so
that can soul tie me. If you can soul tie me, you may get it. But if you can't soul tie me, you're not getting it.
So you don't think kissing oral sex is not a part of soul tie?
Kissing is also, it all depends on the kissing, because if the kissing is great, your mind wanders. It's just like how a person kisses you on your neck.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you feel a certain way. Your mind wanders. When it especially comes to a female, we wonder because you're just, what is the word? You're oh, I can't even think of this word. It's a big word, Metro. I think I can't even think of it. Let's go back to that word because it's in my brain. But when you kiss someone and you caress someone, it's starting to become a soul tie. Okay. Slowly, it takes a little longer to get there, but once you keep kissing in the middle of sex and it's passionate, the soul ties will come into play. You know what I mean?
So
people don't understand kissing.
So Shauna, not to cut you guys, it just chip in and me just really want to ask the question before I forget. So you're saying the kissing doesn't actually mean that you're gonna get a soul tie, and if I have sex with somebody, do I have to have a soul tie? Do I have a soul tie with everybody? Or just like what the man them say, one and move, or we the females just have a one night stand? Does it have to be, is there a soul tie there by just having sex one time? That's it. What do you think?
If you have a soul tie, yes. You leave a piece of your soul with the person.
Okay, so if randomly Okay,
if
so
you're a spiritual person, if you ever hear anybody spiritually talk about anything, when you have sex with a person, you're leaving a piece of yourself with that person.
Okay, so basically kissing is a part of soul tying.
Kissing is a part of soul tying.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So for persons, if you don't know the meaning of soul tie or anything, or the meaning of soul or tie or spiritual, you all can go look it up. However, a soul tie, this is from research that I did. A soul tie is a phrase which some people use to refer to a spiritual connection between two people. In many cases, it is said to come into existence after two people have been physically intimate. In others, it is said to form after an intensely close spiritual or emotional relationship.
Yes. You can get attached to someone if that person is next to you and is always there for you when you need help. You can get you can get like attached to that person also emotionally, and that becomes a soul tie also.
ZJ.
Okay.
Because if that person is there for you when you needed someone, and that person comes and checks on you every day and makes sure you're okay, you're gonna eventually get emotionally attached to him or her, and that also becomes a soul tie. You know what I mean? Because that person was there for you. The person, he or she was that person you can rest your shoulders on, rest your head on it, or cry about this, cry about that. So once, let's say for instance, that friendship is over for some reason, you kind of feel some type of way because you guys were emotionally attached, or you were emotionally attached to that person. That's kind of
okay. Okay, so we are talking to Shauna about soul ties. For persons who just joined, welcome to Young and Fresh Radio. Come make with chat. Talk show with Lady Nikki and our co-host Nesha. Our topic is on soul tying. and the topic is what is this sex and spiritual? What is the sex and spirit thing, and is it really responsible for some of these negative happenings that we face in life, whether physically or psychologically? So, people, you can always call
The
in.
next caller, I'm hanging up.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Have a good night. Thank you so much, Shauna.
My pleasure.
All right, bye-bye. So,
Bye-bye.
if anybody wants to call in and voice their opinion on this soul tie, on this topic tonight, the number is 941-623-8269. People, it's 941-623-8269. When it comes down to sex, is it just STD and pregnancy? Is it the only negative thing? So far, Shauna had said that soul tie. Soul tie is one negative, can be negative and it can be good, according to what she had stated. So if there's anybody who wants to back or debate on what she had said, give us a call at 941-623-8269.
Martinia, oh, Lord of mercy, oh, hey, yeah. It's not the first, not the last. So much pretty girl I pass, and holding out is such a task. That's why I say this from my heart. Oh Lord, don't let me cheat on my. He loves only me. Oh Lord, don't let me cheat on my girlfriend. But Lord, if you can stop me from cheating, just don't let me get caught. No, don't let me get caught. No, don't let me get caught. No, hope I don't get caught. So listen to me now. It's such a sticky situation, yeah. Me promise my girl if you only look in her direction, but everywhere me turn, me see her next one. And my body is too weak and I ball for attention. I only wanna give the girls what they want. My lady says I'm wrong, but she would understand. I don't wanna lie, but I don't want to cry. Yo, I'm so very weak inside. Oh Lord, don't let me cheat on my girlfriend. Cause as far as I can see, she loves only me. Oh Lord, don't let me cheat on my girlfriend. Please don't let me cheat. But Lord, if you can stop me from cheating, just don't let me get caught. No, don't let me get caught. No, don't let me get caught. No, not all. I hope I don't get caught. Please don't make you catch me, Lord. Create something in your mind to tell yourself it's alright. Brother, you kill her vibe, she's crying out her right.
Hello. Good night, caller.
Hey now.
Hold on, if for some reason I'm not here, walk on. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Good night, caller. How you doing?
Very well, very well. How about yourselves, ladies?
I am doing good. How is the week treating you? We are already in the middle of the week.
Facts. The week is going well. Pleasure to be on the call with y'all again.
Okay.
I've been listening to Lil Peep. I'm like, y'all cutting up. Lord God.
Yeah, so we've been talking.
Nesha over there really tripping. What you sipping on, Nesha?
I don't know what she's on over there.
I'm sipping on some, I don't know, something pink and I don't know. It's something.
With this goddamn, with the cocky between your breasts.
I removed it. It's gone. It's my soul tie, but we separated him. We took him to the side.
Yeah. So we've been talking, and as you said, you have been listening. So we have been talking about soul tie. And the topic is, let me just rephrase it for anybody who's just joining the live or tuning into Young and Fresh Radio. What is this sex and spirit thing? And is it really responsible for some of these negative happenings that we face in life, physically and psychologically? We can't get up, get twist up, So what do you think about this soul tie? What, spiritually and all of that?
Well, I say for myself that I'm not all the way educated on this matter, but as far as things that I have looked into about it, it's a matter of like exchanging energy, right? So one of the things that they say to be careful about is like the intention of your or the partner that you laying down with, like their moods, their mental states, and etc. So yeah, I would agree that you do exchange, like you can exchange even so far as personality traits with a person. You know what I'm saying? Like things about yourself can definitely bleed on to another individual per sexual intercourse.
Okay, so so since you said energy. So basically you having multiple sex partners, or you have a wife at home, baby mama, or just your personal partner at home, and you go out and have sex and etc. etc. Do you think that you bring in that negative? Do you think you bring in that all those soul ties to your partner? Does it affect your relationship with that person?
I don't know to what degree the exchange, like I don't know to what degree the exchange is, but right. I could definitely say, yeah, I believe like it ain't so much like your sexual energy is like, okay, I got a wife at home, let me not take nothing back with me. Nah, you know what I'm saying? It's like whatever that exchange was with that individual, yeah, it's definitely possible you could take that and pass that on to another partner. Okay. You feel me? Like that's why they say don't be out here messing around with people that be messing around with too many people, but for the simple fact of the matter that you don't know who these people are sleeping with. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody advised me at least a few years ago that for every one person that you sleeping with, you could be sleeping. Like for every one person that you done slept with, you could have 7 partners on top of that. Be exchanging energy with 7 people on top of that because you don't know the true amount of sexual partners that person has had prior with you. Wow. That shit is scary.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're basically saying if I had sex with 10 people and I had sex with you, that's 11.
Then that means it's what do they call it? They call it in accounting they call it compounding. There we go. It's like compounding, like there's compounding interest on your energies, right? So Dean, I had sex with 10 people, right? Just like you said. Now I had sex with you, but you also had sex with 10 people. So that's 22 different energies right there mixing together. But every 10 of your partners, all 10 of your partners had 5 partners too, and all 10 of mine had 5 partners too. That's too many. That's too much energy. That's way too much because you don't know where people coming from. You don't know what they done been through. You don't know nothing about the emotional, physical, financial stabilities. And all that stuff can stress you out, and it does alter your energy, even if only for a period of time.
Yeah,
you got to be mindful of how somebody coming into that sexual experience with you. Are they happy? Are they sad? Are they mad? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they stable? Like, are they like literally like seriously in a place, a space of mind to have like healthy sex with you?
Wow,
that's my thing.
So what do you call a healthy sex life? What do you call healthy energy, healthy soul ties? Because a lot of people don't understand there's positive soul ties. There's good soul ties because that's what we're made of. We're made of soul ties. So there is good and there's bad. What would you tell the people is good soul ties?
I would chalk that up to the relationship between the partners. You feel me? Like, I think somebody said something about, well, no, I ain't going to try to speak on what somebody else said, but I'll say the relationship between the partners. You dig? Like, if my relationship with you is toxic, I don't want to have sex with you whatsoever. Not even no makeup sex. I'm straight off that. Because all of that shit that you harboring, all that shit that I'm harboring, is just gonna add to the toxicity, in my opinion. This is off my little bit, my little bit of knowledge that I have about it. You feel me? I have young knowledge. So, but even to add to that, yeah, the relationship between the two people. You feel me? If y'all got a happy, healthy relationship, y'all don't be on no arguing tip. Y'all doing things with each other to help, you know what I'm saying, to push each other forward as individuals. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be the thing that should initiate, you know what I'm saying? Initiate healthy sex life type deal. You know what I'm saying? The agreement between the two partners that it is something that both of y'all are mutually agreeing to do, and y'all happy about this thing, y'all excited about this thing because y'all really, you know what I'm saying? Y'all really cherishing each other, regardless of whether y'all having sex on the first night or a year down the line.
True. Wow. So I have a question for you, Ace. Do you believe it's okay for a man to have sex with 10 women and not okay for a woman to have sex with 10 men? What makes them different?
I think that's an understanding that comes from somebody's background.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because even for myself, I don't want to have as many sex partners as I've had in my life. That was never my intention. You know what I'm saying? So I say that for myself.
Yeah.
So even as far as the woman that I'm dealing with, I ain't judging because I see, you know what I'm saying? I know what my past is. I know what my history is. You feel me? I ain't holding that against nobody. It depends on demeanor. It depends on a person's intention because people get fucked over all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Things like that happen.
Oh, it's clean. Clean
remember,
record.
my radio is a clean radio. So I didn't even realize it was Ace talking.
Yeah.
Trap water. I didn't even realize.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, boo? I didn't even realize that it was you. But let me ask you a question. The Bible actually talks about soul tie. The Bible talk about two flesh becoming one, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that you have to be married for that two flesh to become one?
No, I don't believe that at all. Simply because I ain't never been married under no court in my life, but I've been married several times over my experience.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, spiritually speaking, like, I've married myself to women before. Whether they married themselves back to me or not, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's regardless. But I know for myself, I done married myself to a woman before. Like, I done been hard down that way. Like, yeah, I don't know what else, I don't know what the next step is about planning the wedding and other these other things. You feel me? But this is where I've vested myself. You feel me? Type deal. So no, I don't think, no.
Okay. So so how should I pose this question? Okay. So you having sex with someone, right? And do you think that you copy their trait as if they're a negative person, do you think that negativity comes over on you and you start acting like them?
I definitely think that's possible. Absolutely. I can even say for myself to this point in my life, it's characteristics about past sexual partners that I've had that I still portray sometimes.
So you're basically saying sometimes your energies change into the woman you've had intercourse with.
Not change into the woman that I was with.
You know what I mean? Your personality.
As far as, like, it's adapted into myself.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we sometimes you can adopt from that partner how they are, their traits. You can actually adopt it from them.
I think it comes with the fact that every single experience that you have inside your life is gonna mold you any which kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Like something as simple as you falling off your bicycle when you was 3 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things become a part of yourself. So why is sex gonna be any different?
Okay.
If anything, sex is gonna be even more so.
Okay. Alrighty.
That's my opinion, though.
Okay.
So what do you think about the kissing and the oral sex? What do you think about them?
As far as kissing, I definitely think kissing could be passionate, but I don't think it's. I wouldn't from my little bit of knowledge say that any sexual energies per se is exchange during sex? Because I don't know. I don't see it that way. I don't have enough information to back that up if I was to speak in the affirmative. But I say as far as oral sex, I mean, I don't think that much so either.
Okay. So Ace, you called in and you spoke about how you feel, your opinion on this soul tie.
It's all love. Everybody buy some trap water.
So remember,
Good
people,
for
if
your
you need
body.
trap water, you can also go on Instagram and go search
And type in
for
trap water code TRAPWATERCO. Take risk and prosper with us.
All right, got you. So, Ace, thank you so much again for calling in.
Thank you, Ace.
Very welcome,
We learned
ladies. It was a
something
pleasure.
tonight.
Yes.
And we
So-
appreciate you.
Right. So
Good
people,
night.
good night, Ace. If you're just tuning in to Young and Fresh Radio, the topic is on soul tie. So far we've got some
man and woman.
A man and a woman talking on soul tie.
Yeah.
So is there anybody else who'd like to call in? The number is 941-623-8269.
There goes a caller.
Good night, caller. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty fine. Thanks for asking. How's your week going?
My week is going excellent.
Nice. So
How your one is going?
Well, it's not the best, but I'm here. So that's a blessing. So I guess it's going great because I'm still here. Up above on earth, I'm still here. Up above grounds. So caller, you've been listening. We've been talking about this sex and spirit thing. So far, everybody has really called in about sex. I haven't really heard anything deep into the spiritual part. I'm hoping someone will actually call in. So what do you think? What is the sex and spirit thing? And is it really responsible for some of these negative happenings that we face in our life, physically and psychological?
Okay, first and foremost, let me identify myself as Evangelist Fabian Letman from Winning the Lost Deliverance Ministry. I like your topic.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, this topic that you're on, it cannot done in 1 week. I don't do as much research on it tonight to give you all the info, but it's a very big topic and it's very deep.
Right.
So now, within the context of spirit and soul tie,
right?
Basically, it's two different things. Now, all of us as human beings have a spirit that's called a familiar spirit.
Yes.
Every single person have that spirit. That is a spirit that grew with you from you're a baby, grew straight until so old you be when you die, the spirit don't die. So that spirit live on. Now the soul tie is with intercourse. Now, well, intercourse, whether you have it naturally by sex or by oral sex, any form of penetration, whether you do it by sex toys, any intercourse would deal with sexually, whether homosexual, bisexual, anyhow you deal with this. I'm going to break it down. The spiritual side. First, man, if I'm talking too fast, you tell me.
You go ahead.
Okay. Well, for men, first and foremost, for us to birth spiritual stuff, it's hard. We can't birth nothing. Man cannot give birth to nothing. Women give birth. So when it comes to the sexual spirit, it transfers from the female to the male. Then it transfers back to a female. So we just transfer the spirits, go back and forth.
Wow.
So in the spiritual world, one, that's why we have to take relationship very serious. but we don't take the relationship serious enough. We just see relationship like I'm buy a car, I want to trade in that car and to get a new car, and all these things get changed. 3 cars for the year, you have 3 soul tie, but in that you pick up more than 3 different other spirits. Reason being in the spiritual realms. 1, I'm using you as an example. The both of us are together in a relationship. You had a relationship before, but you have 2 abortions. You commit 2 murders in your body. That is 2 spirits you have killed and seized toxic in your body. If you don't pray and ask for forgiveness and deliverance from that, your body have those spirits.
Wow.
For me to have an intercourse with you, up and ejaculating any one of us, that's when the spirits transfer from one body to the other body. So your body and I become using the same spirit. So if my body they have 10 spirit night and your one did already have a 5 night, that's accumulating to 15. It's only thing that is united is spirit. Everything we're contrary. So to get an order done, you have to unite.
Wow.
So these sexual spirits that you see around at times, it have to move by sex. That is one of the spiritual stuff on the spiritual side.
Okay.
It's a deep. Go ahead.
Question, not to cut you. When you talk about the biblical part, are you talking about the little quotation in the Bible that say, "He who joins himself to a harriet becomes the body with her, for as it is written, the two shall become one." Or if you don't want to use harriet, prostitute, a lot of people might use that quote. But are you on that part?
No.
Okay.
With the soul tie come in a sexual intercourse. Whether you go and we bisexual or prostitute, as long as you do that, because your body become one in that format. So for as long as you have intercourse, whether you have it because of a relationship or you just go to a prostitute club and buy sex,
right,
you're automatically tied to that person's soul. Because you're joined, because as long as the penis enters the vagina, it automatically become one. When you plug into a socket, it becomes one. That's how you get this current.
True.
So you automatically your soul tie and bonds within that section.
Okay.
And within that same section, I've learned of this. I don't have the proof on this one, but I've learned that when you have, I call it French kiss, when your tongue go into each other tongue and you cross over also, that's the next way of transferring also what is in that body to your body.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's when the tongue.
So right. So you can meet somebody and you don't have a physical sex, but you can like the person and basically you say, okay, you have this kiss. And because of a tender touch with a tender kiss, you masturbate. By just the kissing alone, without having the penetration. So automatically it transfers also.
Right.
So what we have to do to get ourselves out of these bands, because we have to renounce these things from out of our life.
Okay, so how do we go ahead and remove this sex ties?
1, you have to honest yourself.
Right.
Because what we do sometimes, we're in the relationship and we say, make the dirty boy and the dirty girl go on.
Right.
And we say, make them go on. No, that's not the way how you deal with it. That is ignorance. First, you deal with the ignorant part you deal with the real time now. The reality gonna keep.
Yeah.
Because when you in a relationship, you invest everything in that relationship. So your energy is in, the person's energy is also in. So you move together.
Right.
Sometimes we're in a relationship and we're trying to say we are going through a toxic thing. The girl loves me, we love the girl, but some things don't work out. The girl is successful, but yet she's not prosperous. I am successful, but I'm not prosperous because of the past relationship that we had. We don't renounce ourselves by praying and said, cut off these soul ties. Because it's not a physical, it's a spiritual thing. So you have a spiritual cut attachment. We break these things spiritually. So renounce these. Revoke these from my body. Any sexual immorality, any sexual things I have, I cut you off. Every soul tie.
So
knowing and so and do that.
I have a question. Can you be friends with someone while you're trying to remove the soul tie? Or do you have to cut them off completely? No conversation, no phone, no anything?
If you cut off somebody and you communicate with them, you cut them off internet, but you communicate with them. If you don't have a sexual area to that person for let the avenue for what cut off to come back to you, it's good. But some of the relationship that we had, we don't have no real need for that for the person, so we still have something for that person going on. Although we cut it off, but we have something going on somewhere secretively in our heart and our mind.
So I have a question. Say, for instance, I'm in a relationship and we break up because we had an argument. Do you believe I could come to an understanding that the relationship is finished, the soul ties are end, or do we need to apologize to release that peace within?
First and foremost, you have to forgive yourself, clean yourself up. Then you clean up with the next person. So that in that sense, I said yes.
Okay. So it's best to have peace.
Right.
Not to cut you, no, Junior. This is not our lawyer. This is not lawyer Merrick. He is an evangelist in training, or did I get that correct?
Yeah, we're getting there.
Okay,
Yeah,
he's an evangelist in training.
Now, the spiritual world with the soul ties, and the soul ties is something that you can keep. But when the sexual spirit, you can transfer it also to your kids without even sex, because you don't have that. Because as long as these spirits lingers around you, because these things called legions. After more than one or two, these things become legions.
Right.
It also moves to your kids. I have the opportunity to see these things manifest in real life. And I'm not telling you because I've heard somebody say, I have the opportunity.
Okay, so I'm not getting. Let me act. I'm not quite understanding that part. So you're saying that. Let me see if I can clear it up, because maybe listeners out there wondering what are you talking about when it comes down to kids. So you're saying that I'm in a relationship. I have kids with my baby father, and maybe it was toxic, whatever it might be, and I left that relationship, right? I still have some form of soul time with him because I still think about him. I still have a connection with him. So I know right then and there I haven't fully released that soul tie. So I did not go into a steady relationship. I just keep going around sleeping with multiple partners, right? And are you saying all that, whether negative, positive, or whatever spiritual, anything at all that I'm taking from those multiple partners will pass up? It's a possibility that it pass on to my child, even though my child did not have any sexual contact with those persons?
Because your child come from your DNA. It's good by the bloodline.
So basically you're saying, all right, so my child comes from my DNA, right?
Yeah.
However, I already have that child and I left that relationship. So are you talking about me having sex to have that child, whatever genes that person have, it will go on to that child while that child is being made inside of me?
Remember, it's two things. You have a soul tie and the spiritual set. That's what we're talking about, the both of them. So that's why you have a familiar spirit who attract different spirits and your body who attract the spirit. Because all our body have a room for that, because that's how we were created, right? So the soul tie come by sexual intercourse. Anyhow to do with sex, whether by sex toys, bisexual, homosexual, what you want to call it, it traveled that way. The spirits, we're attached to that. It comes from many different ways because spirit counts with spirit. So abortion is a thing that ties in spirits in our love life. So when you have for example, let me explain this point, maybe you get it. You have a nice relationship. Your husband go outside and cheat with a girl who have abortion, and her body tied up with spirits out there because of what her body been going through.
Wow.
When your husband come and have sex with you, those things now invoke in your body because your husband transfer it to you. And all of these things now act out in your home, manifest in your home. No. So these no need sex to manifest in your house because your husband already come and pass it down to you or your boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So I'm getting this.
House.
Okay, so this familiar spirit, it's a demon or spirit that is invoked in that person. So I'm in a relationship.
It don't have to be, because the familiar spirit is what know you. Now sometimes I say, we know some things about me because the spiritual world, the familiar spirit study you from your baby, what you like, what you don't like, what you don't. And this is a spirit that connect. So when the woman have an abortion, the abortion is dead inside of everything, dead inside of her, but the spirit still live. So when that spirit transfer over, so that's a transferal of that.
Oh, I thought there was two definitions of familiar spirit. I thought it was one, a demon that serves, that prompts. Like, I don't really want to go into it, but as you said that as you said that somebody knows so much about you, right? So I am having that one definition as a familiar spirit that actually goes. And then the second one is like, as you said, the person has multiple abortion. That person go and have sex with that person, and then that person come back and have sex with me. It actually comes and it bothers me.
Okay. You go to for example, you go to a church and a pastor would call you by name and stuff, and say, how this person know?
Right.
Let me explain it, and it would tie in. One, we pray to our Most High God by spirit and by faith.
Right.
That's what we were doing. So the spirit and the flesh is two different things. The flesh is what carries the spirit. So when you're connected to your way maker, your source, then you're connected by spirit and truth. So that's why when you go to pray, you have to go and detox yourself before you really pray. So you're communicating by spirit, not by flesh. Because the flesh is seeing me, seeing you around. You cannot see the spirit, but you can feel it. You can feel the sensation. So because of the person connected to the Most High with the spiritual realms, when that person see, you can say, okay, boom, because of the connection you have with our Father, you can say, boom, calling in because your spirit is a familiar spirit, my spirit is a familiar spirit, Sister Nesha's spirit is a familiar spirit, because all of our spirit grow with us. So once we can say, oh, it's Nesha, she born on the 15th of July, 1980, because the spirit knows everything about it, because spirit communicate. They don't malice. They can detect what is good, what is bad in the spiritual realms. So when you take something from a next family to your family, that's how we bring in destruction on our family in the spiritual life. And most of these things come because of sexual transference.
Well, from my understanding, I know I read in the Bible, well, not in the Bible, but in class, that a man is a giver and a woman is a receiver. So what you're basically saying is that the men transfer these spirits. So I have a question to ask you. From my mind that's moving right now, do you believe that the spirit can stay with the man, or he has to pass it on, or it's just that's how we women basically get is because the man is the giver? Because you have people who are with same sex. So how is that, so because you said before it transfers from the man to the next woman. Is it a possibility maybe that what if the man didn't even have sex with the woman and he kissed her? do you believe some type of spiritual connection will get to the wife?
For the kissing, I don't know the 100 about the kissing. If it is not deep, where you have the French kiss.
Well,
If
French
it is
kiss.
not that, it's just a simple on the jaw or thing. I don't sure about that, but like the French kiss is a very deep. It's a very deep stuff.
Isn't kissing just kissing? Like,
no.
If I kiss you, I don't know. All right, I don't want to say I don't
kiss
know,
your kids.
but it's just saying that it's an intimate thing. Soul tie, it's an intimate. It's part of an intimacy. So kissing is actually intimacy. So I'm thinking that I can kiss you, and whatever energy that you have, whether good or bad, I grasp it.
As I said, I don't have no facts on that specific
Okay,
statement.
no problem, no problem.
Okay. But I've known that French kiss is very powerful. The natural kiss on the jaw and the cheek is not that powerful as one that they refer as a French kiss.
Because I was gonna say, my Haitian and Spanish family, when they see me, they always kiss me on my cheek. So you about to make me stop letting everybody kiss.
Okay, so tonight, people, the topic again is on soul ties. What are your inputs on this sex and spirit thing? Is it responsible for negative, for any, let me go back to the topic because, yeah, is it responsible for some of these negative happenings that we face in life, whether physical and psychological? So yeah, Tyler, thank you so much. If you don't have anything else to educate us on, but if you do,
but
we're
it's
here.
very deep. You have to come. You have to continue this next week because it's very deep. It's not just like that. It's very,
Right.
very deep.
I figured that. I figured that when this topic was posed onto me, like maybe 2 weeks ago, I was like, this is very deep. It's a long thing, and I need to get persons to call in, and yeah,
because the soul time mash up house, you know.
Yes.
Mash up your house, you know.
It mash up house,
Mash
do
up your family.
everything, crosses, everything, take your
business.
Because business, as them say, sex is not just sex. It's a holy thing. It is deeper.
Deep.
It's a holy thing. A lot of people just think that, hey.
It is very deep.
Yeah, a lot of people just think that, hey, may you have sex? It's nothing. I just want and move, but they don't understand. So I'm trying to get everybody feedback so we can all learn from each other. And you have actually given us some knowledge. Also, my two first callers. I appreciate you guys sharing with us. And definitely we will have a part 2, maybe a part 3.
I have a question though, Mr.
Research done and can fulfill it in the depths because the soul tie is very.
Well, I have a question for you. I have one last question. So what is it that you could advise a married couple or a boyfriend and girlfriend who is living in a home and together, and someone is interfering within that relationship? What would you consider that like familiar spirit that's trying to attack one of the couples, or is it a familiar spirit from a background from parents?
All right. I would tell anybody who is in a happy relationship, as long as you're in a relationship, please don't stray. Because for any moment you stray, it opens rooms, doors, windows for toxic things to come to your relationship to hurt you.
So
and why I say that? Because it's something I've seen, because I've been in a system where we have to pray for so many persons with these situations. Because from the moment somebody enters into your relationship, the person are carrier of the spirit, they even know that she or he have it. They just feel say, oh, just a bad day, oh, just a bad time.
Oh.
So because when somebody invoke those things, when you left from one person to the other person and it manifests in your house, your thing, your relationship just start go. You end up not love your man no more, not love your woman no more. The spirit that you take begin to say, okay, me married to she, me married to him, so guess what? No more sex for you. Me no watch for him anymore. No do nothing. So literally sometimes the spirit begin to manifest in a person who take it into the house.
Okay. So...
and begin to work against the other person.
Oh, okay. So I'm learning tonight. I like this. I am learning tonight. And we will definitely continue this topic. We will definitely continue this topic.
Okay.
Because listen, soul time and all of this, it's a demonic thing.
So
according to my research, it's a demonic thing where doors are being opened, especially when you're in a relationship, and not only that you're in a relationship, but after a while you having multiple sex partners, or just going around, not when you're ready to settle down, if you haven't released all those sexual demons, it affects your
marriage
relationship that you're ready to set, whether you just a boyfriend or girlfriend, you're ready to settle down there, or marriage, whichever you decide, it actually affects it. Not sure how true it is. This is from research.
This is my last thing I have to say. All of the listeners and everybody, sometimes we have to go back and renounce these things and say, if anything hidden in my life sexually, cut it off.
All right.
Anything that going to cause toxic thing, cut it off. To maintain what you have and what you're going into.
Okay. Thank you.
So cut it off. Be good.
Thank you, our newly. I wish you all the best on your evangelist road. All success, everything that's good.
Yes.
So we definitely going to continue this topic.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for calling in, evangelist.
No problem.
Have a wonderful night and enjoy the rest of your week and your weekend.
Thank you.
Okay. Right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So it's 10:50 people.
Regina was going to call in. I don't know what happened.
It's 10:50. Okay, it's 10:50 for persons who are just joining the live or tuning into Young and Fresh Radio by the app or the website. And for those who are on the YouTube, the topic tonight is on soul ties. Is this really sex and spirit thing? Does it really affect us negatively and all of that? And what it really is. So you can call in at 941-623-8269. Persons on the YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't got our app, just go ahead to the App Store and download the app. It is free. So if you don't want to stay up on the YouTube, you can always listen through the app. Persons on the Facebook, go ahead, grab the app from the App Store, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and remember, this is a radio station. We stream 24/7, 365 days. So if you're not just a talk show, if you just want to catch our vibes, download the app, tune in every day. We have different DJs, live DJs from all around.
Different music.
Different days, name of different days. We play all kind of music. So download the app. We have a chat room if you want to join. You can always join. And it's Wednesday night. So tonight is Happy Hour Wednesday. And my DJ is playing music. So I'm going to let him go ahead.
See the signs and you move like you're blind.
This thing opened my eyes.
Oh, create something in your mind to tell yourself it's alright. Brother, you kill her vibe, she's crying out her eyes, she's in turmoil. My brother, read between the lines. Time to let her go. You know, see, she's showing you the sign. She not happy no more. I tell yourself to read between the lines. If she don't love you no more, Don't you ever think to take her life. If she wants to go, then let her go. Last time I checked the ratio at 10 to 1. One leap a woman know them be at 10 to 1. If she says she done, you need to understand. Me know you love her, but you have to love yourself too. Can't believe how I'm hearing. Where's the love for one another? Where's the caring? Me know say love for the woman, them out there daring. But for your life, brother, you control the steering. Now you have to read between the lines. Time to let her go. You know, see she's showing you the signs. She not be no more. I tell you, separate between the lines. If she not love you no more, don't you ever think to take her life. If she wants to go, then let her go.
Girl, look how much time you say you're leaving, I me never beg you come back. When me an easy girl, you never give me comfort. But now you want me back again. So you see me apart with a sexy friend. I'll be alright. I'ma be alright.
Young and Fresh Radio.
Say you're leaving, girl. Say you're leaving, what more can I say?
Young and Fresh Radio.
The life will have a lovely day. Girl, look how much.
Hey, Young and Fresh.
I'll be alright. I'ma be alright. Tell me say you're leaving. Tell me say you're leaving, girl. Say you're leaving, what more can I say? Enjoy your life, girl, have a lovely day. Girl, look how much time you say you're leaving, I me never beg you come back. When me an easy girl, you never give me comfort. But now you want me back again. So you see me apart with a sexy friend. Me used to treat you so nice, but you never appreciate that. Your friend them carry news to you, me no rate that. Girl, me can't go through this again. You walked out in the end, so why you still a watch me? You know I say you and your friend, them a be a paparazzi. Once it true, you can't find nobody out there to match me. That's why you still a watch me. You thought I would be unhappy, so you just a watch me. You regret
boy, I'm not about bad man walk and bad man talk, but none of them don't really have no bad man heart. Them have bad man face and bad man smile, but profiling and no bad man style. Them and bad man grow how much bad man them do, but informer thing that a no bad man flow show. Bad man sign them did bad one time, but no for them just bad man. What me say? Kingston 20, sling gun plenty. Beat the drum until it pan them empty. Spanish town youngster no play around a sharp shooter. Them man then a fire waste round. Watch ya out the east boy this get disease no call no doctor. Call the coroner, call the priest. Long a town them now me say better learn this no south, this no Curtis.
Baby boo, I'm looking at the clock, wondering what time you're gonna come through. Got everything prepared, it's all done just right for you. Turn my phone off, babe, I took tonight off for you.
We gonna do anything you want to do. Ooh, love is her, waiting patiently. And I declare, you got me totally.
Hey, you alright?
Whoa, yeah.
No, I'm kinda busy lately. I know you miss me, I think. Miss you too. But just know the tonight I heard that say they always be you. Forever come on. Baby boo, I'm looking at the clock, wondering what time you're gonna come through. Got everything prepared, it's all done just right for you. Turn my phone off, babe, I took tonight off for you.
We gonna do anything you want to do. Ooh, love is her, waiting patiently. And I declare, you got me totally.
You love you up, kiss you up, kiss you up,
hug you up, cuddle up. Love is her, waiting patiently. Tonight I your night, baby. Got to remind you that you are my lady. Remember say you make say your man down lazy. They on the work like crazy. Been busy like whoa. And neglecting your feelings, I know. I need to take a little time out, so do what it takes to make me diamond glow.
Sorry, say me run out of time. Run out of time.
Young and Fresh Radio.
Time. Welcome, fam. See you doing alright. I know it's been a long, long time, but I'm grateful this fight. Reason with the big man were there. Tell him for keeping I'm sorry. You know me have your head back, my lord. And when me reach the afterlife, forget to tell you I'm a real friend. Heart I love till the end. Forget to tell you I'm a brother. See I help out my mother, my lord. I never ever get the chance again to send a message. Anytime I see her again, tell her this my friend. There's so much words that I can't say, but me good and okay. Wish me did realize the signs, but me sorry, say me run out of time. There's so much words that I can say, but me good and okay. Wish me did realize the signs, but me sorry, say me run out of.
Young and Fresh Radio.
Me sorry, say me run out of time.
Run out of time.
Me sorry, say me run out of time.
It was a pleasure.
So tonight, can you believe
The
we
time.
are ending early
Wow.
tonight?
Yes.
That is a sign. Kiran, big up yourself, because your mother over here kill me. Kiran, big up yourself. Over this, hope you give your mother enough trouble. Joseland Strikers, big up on yourself. Chrissy D and the whole team, big up on yourself. How which one again? The sexy lip Shan. How is Shani there? No, a long time I don't see her. Big up yourself. Glamour Peng, big up yourself. DJ Juvenile, big up yourself.
All the
People,
way.
again, if you're just tuning in at the last part of the show, you are tuned into Young and Fresh Radio.
Fresh.
So tonight is Wednesday night, and we talk about, it's just come make we chat with Lady Nikki and Lady Nesha, my co-host, where we talk about every and anything. Once it's clean, we are a radio station, 365 days. If you haven't got the app, just go to your app store and download it. It's YUNGNFRESH. If you are on the YouTube, please share, like, and comment
Share,
and subscribe.
share.
Facebook, same thing. Just jump over on the YouTube and comment, like, and share and subscribe. We are also on IG, Young and Fresh Radio. And if you'd like to follow me, I am Lady Nikki. It is spelled Ladii, Nikki, Nikki, or you can follow Nesha, which is Sweet Confession Nesha. We also have a promo page, so if you want to sponsor the show,
Promote your business.
you can always hit us up in the DM or call me 941-623-8269. Tonight's topic was about soul ties. And it was basically, what is the sex and spirit thing? And is it really responsible for some of these negative happenings that we face in life, physical and psychological? Tongue twist up this, I can't imagine that.
What did you learn, Nikki?
Well, I have learned a lot. It is a lot. We will definitely have part 2. If it's next week, not sure, but we will definitely have part 2.
Yes.
What I had researched about the soul tie thing is that with every stroke that man strokes you, that's one spirit gain. You keep gaining that spirit.
I guess I have to look into the sexual partners again.
And we have to be careful. Listen.
Wow.
You
I'm
have
dumbfounded
to be
over here.
You have to be careful. This is just my closing for tonight. You have to be careful of the persons you pursue, the persons who
Entertain.
You entertain. You can't just be going around having sex with multiple partners. Like God, He knows. Some people, some of us females, we look very, very, very much like we can reason with, but in truth, we are psychopaths.
Yeah.
We are crazy.
Yeah.
And can you imagine, as a man now, you see me clean and I saw my face shine for the people them live, man. You can't imagine no. Me look clean and everything, body look good and all of them.
Nikki, let's talk about.
We're talking about soul ties. Yes. Yeah. We have females out there. Let's not, whatever. We have females out there. Them look clean.
In a clean clothes.
But
them are mad people.
But guess what? They have so many anxiety, depression.
Yes.
Negative energy, financial problems.
That's transferring.
Everything like that. Transferring. And you as the man know, you see her, you guys are talking very, very good and she's so collective and all of that. But you having sex with her, all those energy that you took from her just start happening with you.
Crosses.
You start going at depression. You start this anxiety thing, suicide, and all of those. And remember, you guys have kids and all of that. This soul, it passes on. All right. I have kids and I don't have no type of, I have no formal medical situation, no anxiety, no depression, no nothing. And that child comes and that child might come with some form of genes
spiritual
and
attachment.
Whatever they come with, people, I'm not disrespecting anybody or anything like this, okay? And this child come with depression, suicidal thoughts, and all of that. Remember, you just had sex with somebody, and it's a DNA thing. So just imagine me. I have anger problem. You have anger problem. The child come and have anger problem. What do you think happened? So it's just the same as having sex with somebody. If y'all understand what I'm saying, it's a DNA thing. We're transferring that soul into that child, that spiritual. Because remember, it's mind, body, and spirit.
Soul, yeah.
Right? So that's my thing. You have to be careful who you go and have sex with, whether male or female, because some of them man, them crazy, and then you wonder what make it come so terrible and time get it from. Yeah. And we're not understanding that, hey,
we're the cause of it. We adults cause this.
Who you had sex with. They don't just come and be a whole farm by themselves. These kids take from us.
We're responsible for our children's while they're underage.
They take things from us while that child is being formed inside of us. That spirit tie we take from the man there. That spirit tie with what the woman they take, it joins. So people, when we say, oh, it's a pitney tan, say, you know, say him take it from his mother, him take it from his father, and all of that. So
we are to be blamed.
Yes. So that's what I got from tonight's part of Soul Tie, which is part 1. Guys, I'm not really put it on, but I'm begging you guys, be careful who you have an intimate connection with. because soul tie is very serious.
Can't see
and
it.
Female, it is the same. Be careful out there. And I've heard persons talking about untying souls. Them say use sage. I've read up on sage. It smells good to me. Sage smells good to me. Um, I don't know deeply how the sage and all of that thing work, but in regards to soul tying, untying it, I believe that you have to forgive yourself if you're ending the relationship. Forgive yourself, forgive that person for whatever they did to you. And I think the number one thing is repentance.
Yes.
Repentance. Ask God to forgive you.
Yes.
Ask Him to remove all those bad spirit and energy, because unintentional transferring of them sexual things, it's very hard. It's difficult to avoid. It's very much difficult to avoid. So, male, if you're in a one relationship, nobody go out there and have multiple 10 women, because then the 10 woman spirit there, one energy with a negative, it a come in your household. Females, it's the same. Because at the end of the day, if all them 10 women, they have positive energy for you, and them full of money, Oh, yes. That's good, because remember, it's good and it's bad.
Yes.
So thank you for the callers who called in and shared their opinion. We will continue this topic. I haven't heard from Zam the man. I guess he's waiting for me to call him, but since tonight is a bit calmer, I'm not going to even call you Zam. So if you hear me and you're listening, you want to call, you have to call in tonight. Phrasmatic, big up yourself. Everybody who locked in from early and stayed, I appreciate it. Big up yourself. Shelly, big up yourself. Manda, big up yourself. Legend, big up yourself. Shiki and Kiran, big up yourself. Juwen Messio, big up yourself. Susie K, big up yourself. Natasha, big up yourself. That is the what? Dean Foundation, the McLean and the Dean Foundation. People look out for that collaboration with Young and Fresh with next year's Back to School. We will be, how do you call it? In association, yes. Young and Fresh Radio and the Dean and McLean Foundation will be going in together to make 2021 a big back to school. So look out for that. Uncle Tony, big up yourself. Matthew Chin, big up yourself. Who again me fi big up? Glamour Peng, Renegade, Q, mad piece of show since even. Thank you for holding it down. Prento, no, you're still not feeling well. Speedy recovery. Renegade, long time in a see you. Watch out, I'm the man you text me about me say a few. Watch out, hey. Why should I wait on you? Vas, big up yourself. Again, Natasha, big up yourself. Charmelo's Boutique. Big up yourself. Where they?
Center for Career Training.
Center for Career Training. Big up yourself.
Big up yourself.
Pick call.
If you need your CNA, your HHA, phlebotomy.
So
or
people
EKG.
remember, if you're in Clarendon or in Jamaica, Charmelo's Boutique is here. Tally J Boutique is also here. You can go follow them on IG and Facebook. They have the good things them. And who again? Finishing Touch Boutique. If you're here in the US, she ships worldwide. So, and then remember, Destiny World's lip gloss. If you guys are looking for lip gloss, the good some of them here. Sweet Confession with her sex toys. I'm not really promote her tonight. and I really don't want to see it right now. So yeah, hello Carla, good night.
Good night, Lady Nikki, Lady Nesha.
Zam the ball up, the barber. People, if you're in New York, if you're in New York, Queens, you need a trim, you need a tape, you need to shape up and all of that. Link up Zam the man him on Facebook and IG and all of that. And if you're in Florida and Broward, Miami-Dade, and you need your car to be towed or anything, JDF Automotive is here. If you need to purchase a car, we are here. You can always link ZJ Stretchy on Facebook or myself to get your car towed. Zamdaman, good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
How are you doing?
I'm lovely now. I'm very lovely right now. Very nice.
Okay. So, what you think about them soul ties something here? You get tied up with them. No crosses, no reach, you know all them things there. What going with you on soul tie? What you think about it? What's your opinion? Do you believe that it affect?
Lady Nikki, I said y'all don't even know half that conversation is like, yo, trust me. That conversation, it's not even half the story yet. But that guy came, that evangelist guy, he came and he said a lot. And trust me, I was here listening word for word everything he said. I listened to understand, and he sure said a lot. Like when you ask him the question for you to understand what he's coming from with the kissing part. You know what I'm saying? And I feel straight up that kissing on the cheek, I don't think it brings no soul ties connection like that. You know what I'm saying? But I think when you do a French kiss, to be honest, yeah, a lot of salivas and, that's crazy. So, yeah, I believe strongly about the kissing part of it, that if you do a French kiss, you can transfer demons like that, you know what I'm saying? But honestly, I ain't gonna lie, this topic is a big topic, bro. Like, we be hitting some real big topics, and this one, it's right there. It's right there, honestly. Because soul ties, trust me, we all know what it is. Shauna came and she said her point. The evangelist guy came and said his point. I don't know if I missed out anybody else, but it's really serious because the kids part is involved, as you said. It's messed up relationship. It comes with a bag of things. Like, it's this second topic. I surely got to jump on the second one. Like, for the next show on this topic, I'm on it. Not going to do too much tonight about it because, but it's a real strong topic, and I really like this topic. Because a lot of females, I would like to listen on this topic, especially the females. I'm saying, not pointing fingers or anything, because males, as Lady Nesha said, is the giver and you're the taker. But the females is the ones that understand that because you're the taker, you have to understand what you're taking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's as I said, the topic is crazy, really crazy, because when you really think about it, trust me. And remember, if you're not with one person, as if you're going to go back to the Bible version of it, from the day you started to have sex, then, everything else that you did coming up to the time, age, and life that you are now, a lot of demons,
man. A lot of demons. Well, as
so everybody got to think about it in their life. As I said, this topic, I think we have like a couple more shows, and we need to get like some real people on there, like want to hear their point of views of what they think about it, because both married people, single people, people who's in a relationship, we need to hear what they think about it, because everybody have a story and everybody had an history. If you're not a person who had one person from the day you were, virginity take, then you have a story. And we'd like to hear everybody what they think about these demons that they think. What happened after your next relationship? How things started happening, and what they see, like why you start to think about your ex in that way or your baby father in that way, or it's like everybody has something that comes with after your past relationship, because as I said, you don't let go of that old drama of your life in the past and all that demons that comes with everything that comes, you bring it here. It's crazy. As what Shauna said earlier, you have to you got to give yourself a break, wash yourself, brush yourself, not try to rush in anything, because again, it takes time.
True.
It really takes time.
Sometimes when you leave a relationship, then you have to go to a beach and get a sea salt ball. Wash off. You need it.
Or a blue one, as one that talk about.
Why is some phone always like a problem when he call? People, we are look donation fee. We are collect people. We are collect some donation for some because film phone always like a problem.
Phone gone.
Oh,
a lie. I want go on. Sir, too many never pay attention. Sorry, never pay attention.
Yes.
Yeah, well, for real. That's something there. It's serious. Lady Nesha, Lady Nikki. Everybody from Young and Fresh. I love for everybody to give them point of view what they think about this, because as I said before, if it's not the person you're with from the day your virginity take, then you must have a story, because remember, you start a new relationship after that one. So you must have a story.
Right. And then some people didn't
I would like to hear what everybody thinks, that when you started your new relationship, what's the problem? Because everybody has a problem, and it comes with the demons, because you're coming from your old demons. You don't let go. You didn't wash yourself, as everybody says, the person, your soul, the soul part of it, you never let it go.
And
I'm saying?
Exactly.
So the soul part is more stronger than the physical part. When you say, oh, I'm not to see him, I'm not to talk to him, I'm not whatever. Yeah, but what about the soul part of it?
Right. What are you thinking? While you're having sex with your partner, the flashback come at top about January. You start thinking about Nisha. All right. You left a relationship there. You feel everything done, pass and gone. But while you're having sex with your new partner, you're picturing, picture him, so that you're still attached to that person. And even not sexually, you're in a one relationship, and whether the man or the woman, I say, when we went there with my ex used to do this, and my ex used to do that, and my ex used to do that. People, you are so tied. You are still tied to that person, and it's affecting your marriage. It's affecting your marriage, your any relationship, friendship, your business, because it goes to business too. You have a business, me and you run a business, and you go to me, my first business partner used to do this and used to do that. You're tied to that person still, and it's affecting your now new business. So soul tie doesn't really mean a relationship only. It can be a friendship.
That's why the spiritual is different from the physical. That's why we're saying the outer being.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The outer being part of it is different. Like you could, as I said, you could walk past a person because you use that ignorance to block that soul part to say, oh, I don't want to ever talk to him. I don't see him. I could walk past him and oh, you're just using that body part of it. But deep down, your soul knows that you still think about the individual at some point in your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't let go from the soul part of it. And that's why the soul connection is different from the physical being connection. Because the physical being, if he went away for 10 years, you don't remember him, you forget about it. But at one point, the soul's still going to remember, because guess what? If there was a good thing or if it was a bad thing, the soul's going to remember, because that's what the mind and the thought, that's what we have. That's what the soul does. It's the mind and the thought of everybody. So if it's a bad or a good thing, yes, you're going to have a connection. But the connection that you have, if it's the one that's making you not moving on forward, not letting go, then you have to free yourself to let go of that, just so you could move forward.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because most people think that, okay, I'm not seeing him, we're not together, I'm done with that nigga, we never took off. And then watch this. 5 years down the line, the same guy that you said, yo, I'll move on, you have kids, you saw that nigga, you got wet.
Oh, what? Jesus. Now go remember that good something there. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. How did that happen? Because it's like 5 years ago, you forgot about him, you saw him, and everything got a flashback. Boom. You're like, oh my God, I didn't even remember that's how nice this guy was.
And they don't remember,
Boom.
and they don't understand.
Exactly.
This is soul tie.
That's
You
the
gotta,
soul, because the soul comes back right away in front of you. Because guess what? You never let go. But if you know that when you see this person and you let go, you'll be like, oh, that's Jerry. Okay, that's cool. Nice to see Jerry again. And you move on with no remorse deep down inside, because you know your spirit and your soul knows if it is true. As I said, people could put a friend out, but inside of you know if it's true. When you see Jerry, you don't have no remorse. Like, yo, damn, Jerry still looks good. I wish I should or never should have. You know,
Exactly.
saying some shoulda.
Exactly.
Some
You see a
shoulda
baby
you'll be saying
father.
right now.
Exactly. You see a baby father, hey, Wagwan, there is nothing there. But the moment, oh my God, you start reminisce on this and you start reminisce on that.
You don't let go the soul part of it. The soul part of it, you don't. You let go his physical being. You let go his physical part, but the soul part you don't let go.
It is still there. So
exactly.
Zam,
and that's the dangerous part, because that's when you start a new relationship. Now you're gonna have a problem with this new guy, because guess what? You don't let go the soul part. Because the soul part of what he left inside of you, that's what the evangelist guy was saying. He left that soul part inside of you, that when you come in with this new guy now, you're like, yo, bro, you better make sure you put this on me real right, or you kiss me right, or you better do this, or you better do that.
Right.
Because you still have that soul feeling that guy left inside of you. So you want that.
Right.
You're not letting go of all of that, so you could try something new and said, okay, this is what I want. You're on what you had in your past. But you see, people always don't understand that in life, your memory and your thought is not what makes you not moving forward or make you stay backward. It's you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You as a person. Because as I said before, people live, we die. And as I said before, if I could be that same soul person, and if I die tomorrow, you still remember me. You probably don't get wet, but you will still remember me. You know what I'm saying? That's just the thought of it. But as I said to you have to let go from the soul part of it. When you see Jerry walking past, you don't have no.
You're not get wet over Jerry.
And I said, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, remember again, you know to yourself, you could put a friend out in front of your friends or anybody, but deep down, your soul and God know that, yo, you're running. You're still on Jerry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the thing with we human beings. We always afraid to let go of the soul part of it, because at the end of the day, we, as human beings, we scared. Like, oh, wonder if Jerry get rich tomorrow and I can't even go say hi to him. So they hang on. Our baby father, oh, my baby father me and him can't go back one day in the future. But not go really. Why?
Yeah.
Why you still hang on to what you think is, if you know to your soul that you didn't want to let go, why you let go in the first part? Exactly. Stay right there, fix whatever you have, so the connection could work as it is supposed to be, right?
Exactly.
But no, they let go and then they carry the baggage to another person, and it keeps going and going.
Exactly. So we are definitely going to continue this topic.
Yeah, definitely.
For
this
persons,
topic,
yeah,
we have to.
So for persons who just actually tuning in, we will continue the topic on soul ties. Randine, big up yourself, my friend. Tune in next week, or you can go ahead and download our app, Young and Fresh Radio, YUNGNFRESH, and keep in tune. You will always hear the what should I call that? Updates and alerts on everything. Zam the Man, thank you so much for ending the show. It's always a pleasure to have you end the show.
Zam the Man, I'm change the name to the ending man.
Yes.
My pleasure.
Good night.
Zam the Man.
Boo. Have a wonderful night.
I'm change the name from Zam the Man to the ending man.
All right. So, people, again, you are tuned into Young and Fresh Radio.
And come we chat next week, Wednesday again.
Exactly what Zam just said. Come make we chat next week, Wednesday at 9 p.m. Every Wednesday, and you can join the chat room because we always are chatting there. So, Zam, big up yourself. Have yourself a wonderful night. Oh, me cut off the phone for you. My bad. My bad. Manda Matthew Chin, Mama Lioness, and Charmelo. If you missed last week's show, you can always go to YouTube. It is uploaded on YouTube and you can view it. So let me just do a little quick big up. Mama Lioness pan YouTube, Matthew Chin pan the YouTube, Bob Love pan YouTube, big up yourself. Me when see Anna, me not see her again, big up yourself. Remember to subscribe on the Facebook. Randine, big up yourself. Regina, everybody pan Nesha Facebook, and the persons who were on my watch, big up on yourself. And Young and Fresh chat room, big up on yourself. Thanks for the love and the support. And to my DJ, thank you so much. And condolences to you and the family again. Nesha. So we're ending the show. People, tune in next week, right here, same time, for another episode of Come Make with Chat. Good night. Our DJ is going to play for a few minutes. We love you. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Oh gosh, how about me, sir? I must spot the welcome toxic sign. Oh gosh, them just to find me, sir. My weakness, broken mentors. Spliffing all your mouth corner, split fire 3/4 spans, pull up on a bike. No, you're trouble my life. If I feel question your time, brain saying I'm not again this time.
Young and Fresh Radio.
Nice boy is out of style. Rude boy rebel, come and show my life. Good girls like a bad guy. Nice boy is out of style. Good girls like bad guys. Rude boy rebel, come and show my life.
Me want a ticket, me don't want no maga girl. No care if a police or a water girl. Me no par with man, only harbor girl. Round me, every ticket are the barber girl. Me want this are the thick girl roll call.
Young and Fresh Radio.
Girl, thick girls, you know the barber love them endlessly. Me want a ticket, me don't want no maga girl. No care if a police or a water girl. Me no par with man, only harbor girl. Round me, every ticket are the barber girl. Me want a thick girl.
Right now.
Barber want a thick girl.
Right now.
We're full of shape and thick, but no gigantic. And you have a fit girl. Barber need a thick girl.
Right now.
Hey, me need a thick girl.
Right now.
Whether she black or she brown, from she thick and she round, and I drop like the bass fan, echo and sound.
Call up me phone and I text and I say she want, and I send me picture.
Jogger! Baba Shop Music.
This are the thick girl roll call. Calling all thick girls. Thick girls, you know the barber love them endlessly. Me want a ticket, me don't want no maga girl. No care if a police or a water girl. Me no par with man, only harbor girl. Round me, every ticket are the barber. Me want a thick girl.
Right now. Young and Fresh
I want a thick girl.
Right now.
We're full of shape and thick, but no gigantic. And you have a fit girl. Barber need a thick girl.
Right now.
Hey, me need a thick girl.
Right now.
Whether she black or she brown, from she thick and she round, and I drop like the bass fan, echo and sound. Love the girl, them what thick and them shape turn up. When me see them girl, them me heart rate run up. Whether she brown or she black, still she not fit too fat. When she walk on the road, the whole place burn up. Love the girl them with the shape like curvy diva. And them make me act like me have the fever. Big bumper and shape make me lose all my faith. Them turn Christians in an unbeliever. Me want a thick girl.
Right now.
Baba want a thick girl.
Right now.
We full of shape and thick, but no gigantic. And you have to fit, girl. Baba need a thick girl. Right now. Hey, me need a thick girl. Right now. Whether she black or she brown, from she thick or she round, and I drop like the bass fan echo.
Y'all call up me phone and I text and I say she want, and I send me picture. That she want me to, next. Say she want only, and I say them want the whole of this, and them want the whole of this. Fat girl, slim girl, want the whole of this. The whole of this, say them want the whole of this. I be a girl, I warm mad over this, and I say them want the whole of this, say them want the whole of this. Fat girl, slim girl, want the whole of this. The whole of this, say them want the whole of this. I be a girl, I warm mad over this.
Things change. My girl, if you want me rub your belly.
Yeah, try to act, girl, I know I spend no money. Wait there. My youth, where you go with that?
Things change. My girl, if you want me rub your belly, just send some money to me selling. The money me I deal with and my done chat, you know I'm selling. Use cash app. If you know me international, I'm a style them the local. So if a girl want the flex, she have to send money. How you make it out the on the money, fresh radio. Money back.